Tony, we're back for season 2. Where were you? We've been trying to record for like 2 weeks. What have you been doing?
I've been working.
This is your job. What, do you got another job?
Yes, I do.
What? Waiting to hosting or something?
Yes, because they pay me.
And we don't pay you here.
No, not yet.
We will fix that eventually. All right, let's get to season 2.
You want to talk about sports?
Yes, I want to talk about sports.
You want to get a real job? You want to talk about sports?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports.
All right, sports it is.
Welcome back to season 2, everybody, of Tony's Upset. Happy New Year and enjoy this season.
The season of what?
Tony's Upset.
Oh, yeah, because it's season 2. I thought you meant like the season of like New Year's and new beginnings. Are you excited for the new year?
I am, yes.
Do you have any resolutions for the new year?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No.
I think one of the joint resolutions that we had is just continuing with the podcast. It's been going really well. It's just one of those things. I think John Mulaney says it really well. It's so much easier to not do things. It's so much easier to be like, yeah, that's fun. Let's just not do it, even when it's going great. So, yeah, we're back. We're excited to be here. We cannot wait. We want to talk a little bit of football, both American and European, right?
Right.
Okay, so let's start with the good stuff. NFL playoffs.
Yes.
Tony, what an amazing season of NFL playoffs.
What an amazing playoffs. Not see.
You know, people said, like, what would the playoffs be like without the Kansas City Chiefs? Let me tell you, they're phenomenal without the
Yes,
Kansas City
they are.
Chiefs.
There's been a lot of good games.
Okay, so let's start close to home.
Yes.
The Rams and the Panthers. What a
Yes.
heartbreaker. What did you like to see in this game? Go ahead.
First, let's just say about the Carolina Panthers. Congratulations.
They got in the playoffs, first of all.
Yes, they did. But
They
not
should've-
not what they wanted. They had to get help. But
No, but the game against, what was it, Tampa Bay, where like they were basically robbed by like 6 or 7
Yeah,
officiating
I heard.
decisions. That was stupid. But listen, they made it into the wild card, and that's
They
a huge
did.
deal. First time in like what, 10 years?
10 years.
And how they play, Tony? What'd you think?
I love their grit. They were a 10.5-point underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that line was really
Disrespectful.
ridiculous, disrespectful. They were down 10 a couple of times, and they kept on fighting back.
Mm-hmm. They played well. Listen, at the end of the day, they lost because Matthew Stafford threw a beautiful back shoulder pass at the end of the game. The guy is having an MVP season. You went against the MVP quarterback. And I think they played really, really, really well. And that's
Yeah,
really all there
me
is to
too.
it. I mean, if it wasn't for Parkinson scoring that touchdown, I don't know.
38 seconds left.
Yeah. I will say some of the play calling wasn't always perfect by the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. I think Canales is the coach of the team. I think he
he's
does some of that
also
play
the-
calling.
Yep.
That's kind of on him. I think that's something that they got to grow on. Aside from that, Bryce Young, the Panthers actually just picked up his 5th-year extension.
Congrats.
I think it's worth it. I think he's proved that he's an NFL caliber quarterback. And listen, maybe there's a guy out there that's better than they could get other than him, but I don't think Bryce Young is a problem in this franchise.
No,
I think
me
you build
either.
around him and you
Yeah.
continue to do well. And you know what? This
And this
receiving
division
core,
isn't really that good.
yeah. So I think they're fine. You have anything else you want to say about this game?
No, not really.
All right, let's move on to the next game. Talk about the Packers and Bears.
Yes, the Packers a bit, or the choke pack.
I would just like to
No.
say the what?
I try to make a joke.
The choke pack?
Yes.
I love that. That's so good. Hashtag choke pack. Okay. Here's my thing. I watched this game and I was
Me too.
I was sitting here and I was thinking to myself in the first half, I went to bed after the first half and I said, Jordan Love is the future, the past, and the present. Jordan Love is amazing. The Green Bay Packers are absurdly good. They've got a weird receiver core. Other than Dobbs, they don't really have a lot of great players. They've got another guy. What's his name?
Question Watson.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. He's good too. I think they're building well. I was like, man, you know what? This is a good team. They lost Parkins, but this is a good team. And then, Tony, what happened? The Bears scored 25 points in the fourth quarter.
Yes, they just did. The Bears have always been a comeback team this year, and they just relied on that. And you know, it's funny. The Bears have never, in 3 games against the Packers, they have never led a single snap.
What?
Yeah.
They've never led a single snap?
No, except for maybe like the last 10
That's
seconds.
insanity. I think the other thing that's weird to me is, I think someone said the other day that Caleb Williams, I think this is the longest tenure a quarterback has started for the Bears in like 50 years.
What?
So like, I think he started like, let's just say 100 games in a row for them. And that's the longest a quarterback has started for them in like 50 years. It's something crazy, but Caleb
Williams has only been in this season for like 4 years.
Yeah. So I'm saying, well, okay, so it's not 100 games. Either way, it's not great. Whatever it is, it's not great. He's been a good answer to the franchise, kind of like Bryce Young. I think he's the answer the franchise needs right now, and I think they've been playing well.
Yeah, I think they got the coach that he needed.
Yeah, I think that's fair too. And credit for the Bears. What an amazing comeback. And it's a terrible, terrible year, as always, to be a Green Bay Packers fan. I mean, that's worse than... You know what? Actually, I'm going to take a break before we talk about the Bills. Tony, you went to the Bills and the Jets game. What was that
I did.
like? You went to Buffalo.
Fun, yeah.
Okay.
It was snowing.
Yep. Did you have to shovel out your own seats?
Not this time.
You have coffee in your beard. Tony has a lot more facial hair than me. He has epidermal dysplasia, which means his fingernails and his body hair grows a lot faster than mine. So he's got like this big bushy beard, and I can barely grow one. It's not fair. That being said, you went to the game. It was a good game. Were you warm enough?
Yeah, it was okay. I was okay. I was good. I was just good.
Well, we got the video, Sam asking you like how you felt, and you looked frozen to death. But I mean, the Bills demolished the Jets.
Yes, they
was
did.
it fun watching, or was it like torture watching?
It was torture watching.
Yeah. I mean, so you understand how these Packers fans feel?
Mm-hmm.
A little bit, right?
Well, they make the playoffs, the Packers team.
At least the Packers made the playoffs. That's fair.
They always make the playoffs.
So talking about the Bills.
The Bills, they came back.
And they beat the Jags.
Jets.
The Jags are looking good, man. They've got some...
They were on an 8-game winning streak. They were bound to.
I mean, you said you didn't like Trevor Lawrence. You threw 2 interceptions. I mean, they've got good players.
They do.
They're putting together a team. Parker Washington's good.
They lost Travis
good.
Hunter for the season.
Yep.
So
he was really only playing defense for them, though. I had him in my fantasy leagues. He took like 0 offensive snaps, and then they finally started using him. And then as soon as they started using him, he got injured.
He got in.
But if we look at like the Jaguars, like their team, like Etienne's a good player, Tootin's a good player. And then in the receiving core, you got Parker Washington's good.
Jacoby Myers.
Brenton Strange. Listen, they're putting together a good team in Jacksonville. They're putting together a good team. But the Bills looked really good.
They did.
I think
Josh Allen.
You know, I'll say I'm a huge Josh Allen
Did you see that where they got him, but he had that 11-yard one on a QB on that touch push?
Yes.
Oh, God.
You said it was an 11-yard tush push?
Yes.
I'll have to put it in the show notes. I will put that in the show notes if I can find it.
Oh,
I will say, what's interesting to me as a Jets fan, I'm looking at this Bills team, and I used to always say of the Bills, like, I'm happy to see the Bills do well because it makes me think the Jets will one day do well.
Yes.
I'd like to pull for the Bills, and if they go to the Super Bowl, I will pull for them.
But we have to.
I'm a little bit upset though about the way they ran up the score against the Jets. That was a little disrespectful.
Well, apparently the kicker got injured.
Whatever. I don't buy that for a second. All right, next game, 49ers and the Eagles.
Yep.
What did you think about this one? Did the Eagles fire their coach?
No.
No, they didn't.
They
might have fired a coordinator. I feel like they
did. Oh, no, they're thinking about firing a coordinator, but crazy. So, again, I know San Francisco has injuries, but I thought this line was disrespectful too. And I have a friend who's a big Eagles fan.
What was the line?
4.5 Eagles.
Okay.
And like I said, I had a friend who was a big Eagles fan. He was trying to convince me, but I went with San Francisco. You know, I was 5-1 with my picks today on these playoffs.
Tony, who's the bigger underdog? Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant or you? Do you see a little Brock Purdy in yourself?
I could. Yeah.
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 I like Brock Purdy. I like his story. I think it's super cool.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, no, 49ers played well. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, Juan Jennings threw a touchdown pass in this game. Or at least he threw a large pass. Let me see. Let me look at the player stats. Juan Jennings, yeah, he threw a touchdown pass, 29 yards. I think, if I'm not mistaken, who did he throw it to? Let's see. Brock Purdy. No,
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I know what play. It was end around.
I gotta put that in the show notes too. Okay, awesome. Anything else you want to say about this game?
No.
All right, next game on the list.
It's the Chargers versus Patriots. And a lot of people had maybe the Patriots in trouble because of Drake May, and a lot of people thought the Patriots didn't have had an easy schedule going into this year.
Herbert's getting destroyed not having Joe Alt protecting him.
Yeah, well, they lost their best tackle, and that's what happens.
You need the offensive line. And the Chargers, I think if they bulk up that line and get some competent backups, they could be a really good team because they have the tools. You know, they've got good receivers, they've got a good tight end and Gadsden, they're good. But man, this Patriots
They have Brad
team.
McConkey. I think the Patriots could be in trouble next week.
Really? Who are they playing?
The Houston Texans,
Yeah.
because of that defense.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Houston Texans have a really good defense.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a second. Tony, what do you think about Drake May?
He's good. Yeah. A lot of people coming out of North Carolina. A lot of people don't, you look at the past North Carolina quarterbacks. Could you name me a North Carolina UNC quarterback?
You don't want to like him because he's a Patriots player,
No.
but he's good.
Yeah.
He went to school in Charlotte.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
My brother-in-law's girlfriend went to school with Drake May and his girlfriend.
Huh?
Yeah. So Rachel, my wife,
Yes.
has a brother. That's my brother-in-law.
Okay.
He's got a girlfriend named Maria, and Maria went to high school with Drake May and Drake May's wife.
Oh, okay.
Which is crazy. But apparently they were nice people. And they probably still are. Texans versus Steelers. Tony, does it bring you joy to see the Steelers get thrown out?
This brings me so much joy.
It brings me so much joy to watch the Steelers completely fall apart. And for Aaron Rodgers' career to come down.
Oh, in his last play, his last throw was an interception.
Even better. Absolute art.
And this was like a
two pick six in this game.
He did. I know one. He one interception.
Okay.
And the Texans did everything to do to lose this game. They scored how many points in the fourth quarter? It was 7-6.
So it was 7-6, and then they scored 23 points.
23 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this was another game. I think I went to bed early, and I was like, "What a snore!" It was one of those 6-7,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden at the end, it's
30-6.
I mean, that's just disgusting. Tony, let's talk real quick about. Do we have any more playoff games, or can we transition to fired coaches?
We have next week, but
we can talk about that in a second. TT.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin got asked to step down. What does that mean?
Mike Tomlin stepped down. That basically means he got fired.
That means you've been here long enough. We're not going to disrespect you. You're fired. You're going to go tell people you stepped down. No, I'm happy for him. He's been a good coach for the Steelers. He got to end going to the playoffs. That's something, but he's gone.
He's gone.
And
a couple more people got gone.
Yeah? Who else got fired? Who did we predict was going to get fired this year and then just did?
Mike McDaniel.
Had a farm.
Yep.
Yeah. Mike McDaniel's gone. John Harbaugh at the Ravens.
John Harbaugh.
Gone. I don't know if that's the best decision. I don't know if he's the problem. But I think maybe...
Well, it's a quarterback. Who do they want to keep?
Okay. That's fair. And they probably want to keep Lamar.
Yeah.
He's the face of the icon.
By Clark, maybe with Miami.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pete Carroll, gone.
Pete Carroll, yeah.
You think that's a weird one?
I don't know what they were thinking.
You don't like Pete Carroll as a coach?
I think he was too old.
Okay, you heard it here first, folks. I think also, Pete Carroll was the Raiders coach, right?
Yeah.
Building a team around Geno Smith was, punishable crime. Geno Smith is not a good quarterback. You should not have built a team around him. Especially now that they're probably going to go in for Junior Mendoza.
Fernando Mendoza.
Who's Junior Mendoza? Why am I thinking Junior? Fernando Mendoza.
I'm like,
did
what?
you see that Oregon game?
I saw that.
Gosh, I felt so bad.
Did you see that Alabama game?
No, what happened in that game?
Indiana destroyed Alabama.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. No, I mean, when Indiana played Oregon, I felt really bad for the Oregon quarterback throwing an interception on the first play of the game. Then you get the ball back, and your backup running back runs into you, and you fumble on, like, the 1 yard line. Dude.
Well, hey, Gianni. He's getting ready
to play for the Jets.
Play for the Jets.
Because the Jets are third in the draft.
Second.
Third?
Second.
The Giants, I think, are predicted to get the second pick.
Nope. They've won the last 2 games, so like 4.
Okay. So they're probably going to miss Mendoza.
Yeah.
Which sucks. And a lot of people think they're going to get the Oregon quarterback. Mm-hmm. And after that showing, I hope they don't. Now, he might be a great quarterback who had a bad day, but, like, dude, like, if you think Indiana's tough, wait till you play Indianapolis. Wait till you play the Texans.
Yeah.
Wait till you play the Bills.
The Bills.
My guy, it doesn't get easier.
The Ravens.
It doesn't get easier. Talking about New York coaches, Brian Daboll from the Giants is gone. And if you're
He's been gone.
He's been gone. But the Tennessee Titans are thinking about interviewing him, which to me is the worst decision any.
Did the Tennessee Titans fire their coach?
I guess so, if they're thinking about interviewing him.
Maybe for like an offensive defense coach.
I think the Browns fired their coach.
Yes, they did.
Okay. Tennessee Titans fired head coach Brian Callahan in October, taking over. Mike McCoy was the interim. And then the Browns fired their coach?
The Browns fired their coach. He was okay. Kevin Stefanski.
But I think he was the first guy to bring him to the playoffs?
To the playoffs in like 20 years.
Now, I don't know. I'd imagine there has to be something there where, like, he wanted Gabriel, right? Dylan Gabriel. Mm-hmm. I think Shedeur Sanders has earned that starting spot, right? He's played pretty well. He's at least earned another season. And I know that there was.
I'm still on a fence.
I think there was some beef between the Browns ownership and the coach.
I don't believe that.
Because the Browns ownership, you told me, drafted Shedeur Sanders.
I think the owner wanted, but if you had saw the clip of Stefanski and the GM and everybody else in there, nobody was happy.
I meant more so the owner and the coach are beefing. Tony, anything else you want to talk about in the NFL? You want to talk about maybe what made you the most angry about all of these decisions?
I would say John Harbaugh getting fired.
You think you should have stayed?
Yeah.
Do you think the Jets should have fired their coach?
If the Jets really wanted a good core. But there's a difference between Aaron Glenn now. I think the Jets got rid of it. I think the Jets just gave up after.
The Jets gave up about 4 games into the season.
Yeah.
Allen couldn't really do anything. But no interceptions when your coach is a cornerback in the NFL or as a quarterback in the NFL. Mm-hmm. I think we're the first team ever, maybe, to not have an interception, or at least in recent history.
Yep. First team ever, maybe recent history, to not have an interception.
Sauce Gardner, I think, went 1-16 this year as a player.
Oh, so it was so funny. I actually read something about Sauce Gardner. He was so happy that he left the New York Jets, and then he won his first game against Colts, and like you said, 1-16. But it was like karma.
Yeah.
Apparently he was dancing around his house. I'm like, you're not a good player.
He's gone now. All right.
Hey Johnny, give me a coaching update in the Premier League.
So for the Premier League, we've had a couple managers lose their jobs. Of course, Nottingham Forest has fired not only Nuno Espirito Santos, but also Ange Postecoglou. Sean Dyche has kind of come in and stabled that ship a little bit. And then Manchester United finally fired Ruben Amorim. So he's sacked, he's gone. And then Chelsea fired Enzo Marchesa and then hired the boss from Strasbourg to come be their coach. Now, what's interesting about Strasbourg is, and you may not know this, Tony, the owners of Chelsea actually own both teams.
Manchester?
They own Chelsea and Strasbourg.
Okay.
And they fired their coach, Chelsea, and then they took the guy from Strasbourg and they moved him to Chelsea, which is a very weird thing to do. But, I mean, it's not entirely unheard of. Like, Red Bull owns the New York Red Bulls, RB, Leipzig, an Australian Red Bull team. So, yeah, they do that sometimes. They move players around.
And they own, like, a racing team, right?
They own a lot of things, Red Bull. Like, a ton of things. So they fired things. So, yeah, those are the fired coaches I can think of off the top of my head.
How about Tottenham's coach, Gianni? Your favorite team?
Oh, Thomas Frank. Man, I wanted to like Thomas Frank so much. He's just a weird guy. He was a coach of a smaller mid-table team in Brentford. Let me tell you something. Brentford lost 2 or 3 of their best players. We hired their coach that they had for 6 years. Okay? You know what Brentford did? They hired their set-piece coach. This would be like the Giants losing their coach and hiring like a strength and conditioning coach or a special team.
They've already done that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird because like their coach, the Brentford coach, hadn't really ever coached professionally before. Like he was a set piece coach, so like corners, free kicks, etc. And Brentford's now 5th in the table. They're playing better football than they did under Thomas Frank, who we got. Thomas Frank was their coach in the past. Now Tottenham's 14th in the table under Thomas Frank, and Thomas Frank is like, you know what? It is what it is. You know, Tottenham finished 17th this year. I think we're doing fine. We're showing progress. And the fans are kind of sick of it because it's like, dude, we're a top 6, top 8 team every year. You can't be in 14th place and talk about like that this is acceptable because last year we had a fluke and finished 17th. Like, he's not doing well.
You finished
17th last year. Almost dead last. So the bottom 3 teams get sent down to the minor leagues, basically.
Didn't you guys have a good year last year? Didn't we just watch?
I told you. We won the Europa League, which is kind of like the Knicks winning that like tournament.
Oh, yeah.
And then finishing last in all NBA standings. So it's pretty much what we did.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, Tottenham's been a bit of an absolute mess. Aside from that, other things to just point out would be, Nuno Espirito Santos, who got fired from Nottingham Forest. He got a job at West Ham, which is a terrible job because that team is awful. West Ham's probably going to get relegated. He'll probably lose that job. And then the only other thing really to note is Semenyo, who was at Bournemouth. All the teams wanted him. Tottenham wanted him. Manchester United wanted him. Manchester City was sniffing around. Really good player, really great attacker. Manchester City, who's got so much money, Tony. They buy all. You know how people used to hate the Yankees because they would just splash money and bring in the best players? Yeah. That's Manchester City.
Gotcha.
Now, when you're a Yankees fan, you're okay with that behavior. But now I understand why people didn't like the Yankees for a while.
Yep. They still don't.
They still don't. But the thing is, if you don't like the Yankees, they haven't been good enough to dislike over the years, so.
Where is Manchester in the standard?
Manchester City is 2nd in the standings behind Arsenal, who have scored a ton of set-piece goals that have really kind of thrown them up in the table to first place. It's not always pretty, but it's working.
Yep.
Aside from that, Tony, I think that's all we have time for today. What are we going to talk about in the next episode?
We're going to be talking about UFC 324.
We'll maybe talk a little bit of autism.
Yeah, and the College Football National Championship.
Oh, yeah, you must be so thrilled that Miami got in.
See, I wanted to talk about this because there was so much more about this, about Miami.
You were working. What did you want me to do?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, we'll talk next week, okay?
Okay.
Talk to you later. Love you, T.
Love you, too.
Thank you for listening to Tony's Upset, a sports podcast fueled by autism and brotherhood. Goodbye, y'all. That's a wrap.
That's good.